I'm Chronix, and this is Teddy from the Most Extreme Wrestling, and this is your Raw review for November 19th, 2012. If you're wondering where Crystal is, well, she decided it would be much better for her to watch a marathon of How I Met Your Mother instead of watching Raw. I did not like this, so I consumed her. And Chronix and Crystal became one entity, now to be known as Chronix. Alright, so now tonight is the 365-day celebration of CM Punk being the WWE Champion, because at the pay-per-view Hell in a Cell, he retained his title. And first of all, we have Ryback, who was very upset because Dean Ambrose finally made his debut at the pay-per-view with Seth Rollins and that leaky guy that I saw at a house show here in Little Rock. Or at least I think that's who it is. Not too sure. I just saw like shadows, you know what I mean, of those people. He comes out, and believe it or not, this man is given a microphone, and he cuts a promo. I can't really say if he's a good promo cutter or a bad promo cutter, because it was so incredibly short, as it probably should be. He's like gonna feast on the blood of the insane because of these people who like attacked him and everything, and Vicky Guerrero comes out. Vicky Guerrero puts him in a match against none other than Tensai, because we know that Tensai just has a great old matches. Went from a Tensai promo, you go from like Ryback cutting a promo to Tensai having a match with him. I already wanted to turn off the television. I was losing faith so fast in this episode. They had their match. You know, it was okay for what it was. And of course, Ryback won. He put like old Tensai on his shoulders and threw him down on the ground. He wins the match. Hooray for him. So now the Intercontinental Champion Kofi Kingston is going against Wade Barrett and his Barrett Barrage. I really like this match. I like Barrett. I like Kofi. So there you go. I mean, I would expect. But it wasn't a title match. I thought it was at first. I was a little confused because Barrett ended up winning. But apparently he didn't, and he's like doing like this, like, I'm going to win that belt in the future. So, good for him, Teddy. I think that, he's going to do good in the future. I mean, how can you not like Wade Barrett? He's just, pretty good and everything. Now we got Paul Heyman, the greatest promo cutters of all time, right? He's carrying around this CM Punk poster because he's talking about how they're going to have a party tonight, and there's going to be balloons. There better be balloons. He starts screaming about this later on, but he sees CM Punk come in wearing I'm a Paul Heyman guy, black t-shirt with white writing, right? It's funny because CM Punk himself won't even wear his yellow shirt now. I mean, even he thinks that shirt sucks. I don't blame him. And he mentions that everyone is invited to this party. Paul Heyman does. Even Ryback. CM Punk doesn't like this, but we all know Paul Heyman. He's smart. He's a genius. He knows what's up, and he's got it all under control. Now, speaking of, not really in control at all, we have Oksana versus Caitlyn. Oksana's outfit, I feel that I must speak on this. She's wearing, like, skimpy clothes, right? With the little top and the little shorts, but she's completely covered in, like, pantyhose or whatever, so I'm not really, she has, like, a conflict of interest. Like, does she not want to wear clothes, or does she want to wear clothes? That really is the question. Her style is very bizarre, but there was one spot in the match that kind of had me feeling funny. And in more ways than one, really. Caitlyn is in the corner, and she's got her legs kind of apart, you know what I mean? And Oksana starts crawling towards her in a very suggestive type way, which at least raised my eyebrows, and yes. But Caitlyn, she goes for her finisher? I think it is, I'm not sure. It was a miniature GTS. I guess. I don't know. She does that move. That match is done. Caitlyn wins. And Caitlyn continues on her winning spree. Gonna go for the title. Whatever. She's like doing all that. Now, the United States Champion Antonio Cesaro. He comes out and he's going to face Brodus Clay with R-Truth on commentary. R-Truth's doing his usual silliness, and Antonio Cesaro wins with the neutralizer. Or is it the neuralizer? I don't know. One of those is on Men in Black, and one of them is his finisher. But anyways, this match, I might as well have been neuralized or whatever because this match happened so fast. Can't even remember exactly what happened except for that finisher. And still your United States Champion, Antonio Cesaro. Totally awesome. Brodus Clay, get out of my face. Alright, now we have Vicky Guerrero. Continuing a horrible storyline. Or, I mean, it's not great. But she made it really bad. Because, okay, you know how we like to have wrestlers in the ring and stuff? Wrestling fans like that, right? Well, you know what we don't like? We don't like actors. And we had a whole lot of actors in this segment. We had Whitney Smith, this actor, and she says she saw the couple of John Cena and AJ, like, having dinner or something because she was a waitress or something. And then we have this Bradley guy who also saw them during his job, and he saw them, like, going into their hotel room or something. Riveting stuff. I mean, really. You know, they were just great actors, and I totally believed it. AJ comes out, and she's upset. She says these photos have been twisted, that you're talking about these voicemails were spliced together or whatever, and she's like, what do you want from me, or I don't know. Vicky Guerrero is, like, going to show some photographic evidence, and she says, this contains nudity, so if you don't want to see nudity, please leave the building. Now, nobody left the building when she said that, but I'm assuming there was plenty of people leaving the building before this when they saw the paid actors in the ring. I mean, stealing TNA storylines left and right is just like, I'm confused by that. But, whatever. John Cena comes down to the save, and he's like, he says something, and out of nowhere they start making out. And, like, I'm not a fan of John Cena. You will never ever see me wearing a shirt of his. Ever. Never caught dead wearing that, right? But I don't hate him. But after seeing him make out with my girl AJ, I hate him. I hate him a lot. I want him to get beat up in a bathroom stall where there's no toilets kind of hate, you know what I mean? But Ziggler comes down and attacks Cena, which was awesome. Ziggler, he's already high up on my list, but he just keeps getting higher and higher. And he starts running away, and John Cena chases after him. And believe it or not, John Cena twists his ankle or something. He twists his ankle, he hurts himself trying to chase after Ziggler. I mean, he's getting on like Kevin Nash level. It's pretty sad. So you better watch out for Ziggler, John Cena, because your little girlfriend AJ, she's in danger, because Dolph Ziggler steals people's girlfriends. It is true. Alright, so Randy Orton versus Del Rio. And if you're not already excited about this match, get ready for this sleeping pill. My mirror just fell down. This is not just a regular match. This is a 2 out of 3 falls match. And, we've had a bunch of great 2 out of 3 falls matches in the past. But this is new WWE, so don't expect, like, this to make it better. Expect it to make it actually more painful. The first fall ends in a DQ. That's great. I think Del Rio gets a win, Rodriguez gets ejected, and then RKO attempted by Del Rio? But no. Randy Orton is the purveyor of the RKOs, and he does that, and he wins the match. There's your 2 out of 3 falls match. Epico and Primo. This is where the show kind of spun out of control, and I wanted to stop watching for real, but I just had to keep watching because of the disaster that was in front of my face on this particular segment anyways. Epico and Primo with Rosa. Rosa was looking amazing. Versus Khali. Ugh. But it gets worse. Chronix, how could it get worse? Let me tell you. The destroyer of storylines. Hornswoggle comes out. And he has flowers for Rosa. So he brings them to Rosa, and he squirts it, but he misses. Great television. But then he kind of moves it, and then he sprays the water onto Rosa. Distraction. like karate chop or something. The Great Khali beats Epico and Primo, which are a great tag team. Getting beat this way by the Khali, the whatever his name is, he's still around. Awful. Jesus. Alright, so now The Miz, who last Monday night on Raw seemed like he turned face out of nowhere. Like it wasn't even his fault. People just started liking him. Maybe I'm just crazy. It's possible. The Miz versus Otunga. Don't like Otunga, but The Miz did very good in this match, and people, even in this match, seem to be on his side, so kind of looks like he might have to become a face, which I would be okay with. The dude's fallen so far, and he's just coming right back up, and just brings a tear to my eye. Not really, but I do like The Miz. Alright, so Sheamus is talking. I was not listening, though. I had muted it, and I was watching a New Jack Shoot promo. Can you blame me? I mean, really. It was awesome. But somehow, Damien Sandow versus Sheamus is taking place. Bro kick to Damien Sandow. Damien Sandow sells it amazingly. Folds up like an accordion. I like that. He's a good dude. But all Sheamus beat him with, you know, the once outlawed bro kick. So there you go. Alright, so Tamina and AJ. They're backstage. Tamina's like a bodyguard to Vicky Guerrero. Did I miss something? I don't remember that. But hey, whatever. Apparently something's happening that I don't know what's going on. I didn't watch the pay-per-view, and I missed a couple of SmackDowns. Can you believe I missed, like, story builds? It's unbelievable. Alright, so AJ, she power walks through the hall. She's really upset. Layla's telling her not to walk through the halls and not go into the locker room, but she does it anyways. She goes into the men's locker room. You know, and you see the locker room filled with a bunch of guys in towels, especially three-man band. They're all in towels and they're all together, which would only imply that they all just showered together. Because think about it. If they went at different times, one guy would be fully clothed, the next guy might be putting on a shirt, and then the third guy would be coming out of the shower. But no, they were all in the same phase of wearing the towel. They showered together. The team that showers together stays together, I guess. But, there. Alright, so Dolph Ziggler is in this locker room, and I thought my boy Dolph Ziggler with the Money in the Bank briefcase would have been much higher than this. He would have been, like, in another locker room all by himself, like, you know, John Cena gets to have his own locker room, but apparently he's not important enough. He has to stay in the same locker room, tweeting on his iPhone 4S or whatever, as men in towels. Three-man band. I mean, I like those guys and everything, but low on the totem pole, are they not? Alright. So he talks smack to AJ. Does it very well. I always like his talking style that's always backstage. Like, when he gets out in the ring, the pitch of his voice just sounds weird in front of the crowd. I don't know. It's, you know, I'm really into, like, audio mixing and stuff. So, like, it just sounds bizarre. I don't know if it's the acoustics of, like, the microphone in the arena or what, but it just doesn't sound right. But when he's backstage or on, like, video, sounds great. Especially when he's making fun of Chronics. And then I make a response, and then I can't make 30-minute Raw reviews anymore. Anyways, so here we go. Now they argue, and then there's a slap. Dolph Ziggler, like, gets attacked by Cena, and then they fight. They hit, like, the barricades of where a bathroom and toilet should be, but there is no toilet. So, a bathroom with no stall. They fight, they break down the barricade, it falls apart. And even though there was no toilet, they are still ended with a bunch of crap right there where it should have been. And it was in the form of an injured John Cena. Yes! Dolph Ziggler beat the living crap out of John Cena and left him lying in a pile of crap. It was awesome. Now I have to make a part 2